fateful morning. On 8 September 2017. 7-year-old Pradyuman woke up cheerful, eager to head to school as it was his best friend's birthday. His mother Sushma lovingly waved goodbye as he along with his 11-year-old sister got into the car. Their father Barun Chandra Thakur drove them to school. Barun had recently started to drive his children to school instead of sending them by school bus, because he was concerned for their safety. At 7:55 a.m. Barun dropped the children at the school gates, headed back home. At 8:05 a.m., barely 10 minutes after Barun Thakur had last seen his children, he received a call from a school teacher from Ryan International School. Barun was told that Pradyuman had been found injured outside the bathroom, was bleeding heavily. He raced to the hospital, but on reaching there, expecting to comfort his injured son, he was met with the news that Pradyuman had lost his life. Horrified school staff had rushed to the bathroom at 8:05 a.m. and found 7-year-old Pradyuman lying on the floor, bleeding profusely from grievous wounds on his neck. Outside around the corner, the school bus conductor, Ashik Kumar, was washing up at an outdoor sink when he heard the commotion, and he was asked by the staff to come help carry Pradyuman to a car belonging to one of the school teachers. He rushed and picked up the bleeding child and then drove Pradyuman to the hospital, where he was declared deceased on arrival. The child's carotid artery had been severed from a deep laceration from the throat to behind the ear. It was clear that this wasn't a schoolyard accident or fight. It was a brutal, cold, calculated murder. Hasty suspicion. Pradyuman's parents were the ones to call the Haryana State Police. They started to canvass the school by noon that very same day, collect forensic evidence to lodge a case of homicide. Almost immediately the Haryana police zeroed in on the first person they came across in their haphazard investigation, the school bus conductor Ashik Kumar. Surprisingly, Ashik Kumar was paraded in front of the media in an unusual manner, and he could be seen blankly admitting to the murder by 10 p.m. that night. It seemed odd. Now mind you, evidence was recovered. A small bloodied knife was recovered inside the bathroom. Fingerprints were recovered from behind the bathroom stall door where the murder had taken place. There is CCTV facing the two corridors where the bathroom door was located. Ashik was out of the bathroom before Pradyuman got there. He could not be the killer. Haryana police was either incompetent, naive, or corrupt. Finally, Ashik Kumar, the bus conductor, was let go and all charges were dropped. He claimed his confession was coerced via torture by the police. Within weeks, the state chief minister declared that the CBI, an elite group of highly trained investigators, will be taking over the case. Prime witness. First on scene, Bolu. Then on the 19th of Sept, days before CBI would come in, a 17-year-old student is hastily taken to court to record his official statement as the prime witness. Till the 19th there was no mention of this boy whatsoever. This witness can be seen exiting the bathroom around this incident. He was an 11th grade student. A 17-year-old the officials have nicknamed Bolu to protect his identity since he was a minor in 2017. Today he would be 22 years old. On CCTV, Bolu is allegedly seen walking next to Pradyuman and then follows him into the bathroom. 72 seconds later, only Bolu exits the bathroom corridor. He reports Pradyuman injured. Nobody else can be seen entering or exiting in that short time frame. The bathroom stall door fingerprints allegedly match Bolu's. The CBI questioned all the high school students, especially the ones who were more friendly with Bolu. A disturbing pattern of callousness emerged. One student said that around 3 weeks before the attack, Bolu had claimed he would stop the exams. PTM somehow because he wasn't doing well in school. He claimed to have brought poison to the school and even showed the student the empty bottle lying outside the bathroom window. He told the bemused student that he had mixed the poison into the water bottle of a girl in his class. They both watched as she opened the bottle, brought it to her mouth. Then she smelled something strange. Noticed that vapors were coming out of the bottle, so she threw it away. A very narrow escape for that girl. Bolu's laptop was confiscated by the CBI. They found some chilling internet searches. Bolu had searched on how to poison someone before the murder, how to remove fingerprints after the murder. They were able to prove that Bolu purchased a knife similar to the murder weapon from the local market just days before the murder. The 17-year-old was interrogated by the CBI for 10 hours, and by the end of the day they had a confession in the presence of his father, a juvenile welfare official. Bolu was taken to the crime scene so he could relate exactly what he did that day. The motive for the murder was to escape exams. The PTM he had purchased brought a small knife to school, was going to injure, perhaps kill a child to create chaos in the school. Little Pradyuman just happened to be there when Bolu went looking for a victim. No progress in the case or trial. This murder took place in 2017. It's now 2022 and still the court case has not commenced. In fact, the only matter being tried in court right now is whether Bolu should be tried as an adult or a juvenile. It worries me that there is no resolution or even progress in this case. What is going on? I'm not saying convict Bolu, but they've got to try the case in a court of law if they feel there is enough evidence. And if there isn't enough evidence, then they need to dig deeper. A school is supposed to be safe, not a murder scene. Justice for Pradyuman. Ryan International School petitioned for 1 to ban the case documentary, which is now only available on Netflix Australia. Singapore. They did not want any footage of the school or even mention of the school name to be aired. This move seems callous, self-serving and cruel to the memory of a child that lost his life under their care. What a terrible move by Ryan International School. Pradyuman was a very loving, cheerful, empathetic child who was very attached to his family, especially his father. Every evening after Thakur came home tired from work, Pradyuman would come up to him, ask to play cricket with him. He would say, "Papa, if you are tired, just sit on the sofa. Throw the ball to me. I'll hit it with the bat." His family deserves some justice. Sources. I also have an episode out on this case on my podcast. You can listen on any platform.